I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we are going trick-or-treating. And this is From Our Perspective. Yeah, welcome to From Our Perspective. What's this, episode 82?
Welcome.
Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Still doing the Halloween theme. It's still Spooktober.
That's right. Very scary.
Very spooky, very scary. This week, last week we did creepypastas. This week, because Halloween parties, like the big ones where you go with a bunch of people that you don't know and with friends, that's probably something you shouldn't really be doing.
No.
Because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Now, I won't lie and act like I'm not going to hang out with my family and we're going to dress up and have fun.
You should all be dressed as surgeons and be wearing masks and standing 10 feet apart.
That's a little...
Not just 6 feet.
10 feet, 20 feet apart.
30 feet. 8 miles apart.
70 feet. 8 million light years apart, if possible.
You know, I don't think
that'll really slow the spread.
I don't think you'd catch anything from him at that distance.
Exactly. But to kind of satiate those of us, like I said, I'm still dressing up because my family is doing something. But for those of us who aren't dressing up or who aren't dressing up this year because there's no parties or anything, we're here to help you,
We're also
here
here
to
We're also here to help anyone who wants a really good costume find a costume.
That's true. So we're talking about Halloween costumes, of course. But it wouldn't be from our perspective, and I know we've said this, but it wouldn't be from our perspective if we talked about good Halloween costumes, would it?
Yeah, that would be so boring.
So we've got, if we were like, and this is a really cool costume.
Isn't that neat? Anyway, here's the next one. No, these are terrible.
So we're going to say, here's a really bad costume. Isn't that bad? Okay, here's the next one.
Well, let's hope it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah, let's hope it's something else. Okay.
Boy, these are rough.
I'm going to start.
Okay.
Because I hate this. And
what's the first one you got?
The longer we have to look at these. The first one I got isn't that bad. It's actually kind of funny, and if it weren't so expensive, I would probably get it because it's just so fucking funny to me.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Is it the giant kidney bean costume that you can be?
No, I didn't know about that one.
What? There's a big old kidney bean mascot costume that you can be where you're literally just a kidney bean.
With 2 legs coming down?
You got 2 legs, and you got the arms, and you got the white gloves like Mickey Mouse, and you got the big old shoes.
And
you're just a kidney bean. There's not even really a face hole. It's like one of those mesh face holes. So you're just a bean with arms and legs. Not a face.
No?
Just arms and legs. It's pretty good. Take a guess at how expensive this thing is.
$20.
This thing is $270.
That's unbelievable.
If it were $20, Sam, I would buy it in a heartbeat and wear it everywhere. This kidney bean is just something else, I'll tell you. I love it. But yeah, that's my first one. $270 for this stupid kidney bean.
That's rough.
Yeah.
My first one.
What's yours?
It's an interesting one. And I would also buy this if I had the money to do so. It's also an extremely costly costume. But what it is, and I'm going to try and describe it, is it's like got like a piece of cheese, like a triangle that you wear, and the head of a mouse.
I'm looking at that one right now.
And you got it's just like plain old black sleeves, nothing on your hands. And yet miraculously...
How is this so expensive?
And yet miraculously, it is $359.
How is this so expensive?
I think I could make this.
It's like it looks like the crappiest quality.
We are not going to
It
say
looks
where
like
we are seeing this because we do not want to drag the names of these poor folks.
I want to say it. It looks horrible.
I think
It looks real bad.
it's pretty great though. It looks like something kind of like from a creepypasta. And then
looks
and then
like something
and then
pretty-
Cheese Mouse Man. He came out
Here's the
of the
thing.
TV.
It's like the kidney bean. It's just one of those things that are so weird that I love it.
Yeah, this is a pretty weird one.
Um,
Okay, imagine you're in a dark alley though. Okay, you look down the
And
dark
this thing
alley,
fucking
and you
comes
see
for
it.
me?
You see it in the exact stance here. Just at the
It's
end of
making
the.
like a dominant stance.
Yeah,
what it's
it's-
doing, what this cheese mouse, what this cheese slice with mouse hood lightweight mascot costume is it's a man. I would assume it's a person. Standing in a very imposing stance.
1 foot forward, their arms are like
One
curved.
1 foot
slightly.
forward, their shoulders are like fucking back and out in like this power stance, and their arms are just like ready to go.
I'm
And it's
intimidated.
standing there with its horrible fucking cheese body and its horrible fucking mouse face.
And it's
and
vacant
looking at
eyes.
me. This is what I imagine the first incarnation of the great pizza rat Chuck E. Cheese looked like.
Yeah, this is the first take, and they were like, "That's way too scary."
It was because that's why this cheese slice is a triangle. It was going to be a piece of pizza, and that was going to be the pizza rat,
The pizza rat Chuck E. Cheese.
the famous pizza rat Chuck E. Cheese.
Boy, howdy.
So the one I'm going to talk about next, I'm going to kind of talk about, before I really start to get into the really bad ones, I'm going to just talk about a lot of these off-brand as fuck. The same place that no wait, it's not the same place that the cheese rat comes from. Cheese mouse. But they all come from the same place, and they're all like famous IP. It's the same kidney. It's the kidney bean, restaurant, kidney bean website.
Restaurant.
They've got a Ratatouille costume, a full body Ratatouille costume.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Ratatouille one, and I don't like how it's waving at me.
He's not. Here's the thing: of all the ones I'm looking at,
He's
not-
inviting me in.
Well, of all the ones that I'm looking at from the same company, he's not the worst. But he does.
Thank God. Thank God it's marked down from $600 to $369. Thank God. I wouldn't have been able to spring for it.
That's true. He does look a little threatening. He looks dead behind the eyes. He looks like he wants to eat me. He looks like he wants to cook
I think
me up
Patton
and eat
Oswalt should
me.
get this costume.
Oh.
Should eat you. Yeah, my Patton Oswalt Vor fanfic.
Now I'm gonna keep going through some of these shop mascots, and just like listing them off and just telling you which ones really suck and which ones aren't bad.
I think I can tell you another one that does.
Let's see. Let me get to it because I think I know. Because there's
Okay.
one I'm looking at that's fucking terrifying. So the next one that I'm
hope it's
seeing is
real.
Monsters Inc. Sully mascot costume, and that one's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It looks like you'd
Okay.
see it at Disneyland or Disney World or wherever the fuck you'd go.
Okay.
The next one fucking sucks. It's my paralysis demon. It's my sleep paralysis demon. Lovely lightweight donkey mascot costume. Now this thing is Donkey from Shrek, and I tell you, I want to fucking set it on fire. Is that the one you thought
That's
it
not
was?
That's not.
I want to set it on fire. I've never wanted to commit arson as much as I do now.
See, the one I'm looking at is an evil scientist Doofenshmirtz mascot costume.
Oh, see, I love Phineas and Ferb, and that makes me sad.
You won't love this. It's It doesn't even look like him, is the bad thing.
Oh, that makes me sad. He's like my favorite character.
Did you find it? Did you find it? Can you see it now?
No, I'm gonna click on this website because they're like very hit or miss. They've got like sometimes they'll like name the character and then other times they won't. They got a fucking horrifying Lola Pig mascot costume. They've just got a sock. You ever wanted to be a sock for Halloween?
Did you want to be a sock?
Chester Cheetah mascot costume, which doesn't look horrible. Adorkable Garfield cat mascot costume. I've never...
What?
Who fucking made Garfield? Jim Davis?
Yeah.
I think he might be dead. If he's dead and he just heard me utter those words, he's either A, a zombie and back to life, or B, rolling in his grave.
You could power a factory
with the speed, yeah. Then there's hamster mascot costume, adult animal costume, and that one is like weirdly realistic, and I hate it.
Does it just look like a giant hamster?
Yeah, it looks like a giant fucking hamster. Then there's... Do you remember the show Bear in the Big Blue House?
Yeah.
There's one of those, but this bear is shorter and stubby and T-posing at me. And then here's the last one I'm going to say from this fucking website.
Mm-hmm.
It's Finding Nemo. Nemo got got legs, bro. When did Nemo get legs? Was Nemo swimming in the fucking... near like the fucking Chernobyl blast site, like in the Black Sea,
no, hold on.
And then grow fucking legs? Because this thing is fucking terrifying.
I think I might have a more terrifying one of Nemo.
Okay.
Because the one you're looking at, right? He's like human positioned, correct? Is that the one you're looking at?
Yeah, it's like he got legs
He's
going
like
out
vertical,
the bottom of his
right?
body. Yeah.
He's kind of shaped like a giant thumb, and he's got two legs out the bottom, and his fins are off to the side where your arms go, right?
No.
No?
No, his eyes are looking straight forward at you. It looks almost as if your head goes in his top fin.
Oh. I don't see that anywhere. Wow, that's disturbing. Oh my god, are you talking about where it looks like just Nemo and there's two legs poking out the bottom?
That's literally it. It's Nemo with legs. I hate to sound rude. I hate to sound rude, but Sam, I did say it was just Nemo with legs, and I don't think you got it.
But I was looking at a different one. Well, there's another one that looks like Nemo with legs. This is literally Nemo with legs.
With legs, dude. This is.
Oh my god!
If you read the Bible, this means that the second coming of Jesus Christ is upon us. This is the start of the fucking rapture. Nemo with legs.
When the first person donned this costume, the first trumpet and seal was broken.
And then when someone donned the lovely Despicable Me mascot costume with a minion smirking at me that was $1,000.
All the rest of the seals broke.
At once. Sam, if I ever buy a minion costume for $1,000, I give you permission. I give you permission to kill me. And when you get charged with murder and they take you to court, just say, listen to episode 82. And you'll understand. Right. And then the judge will weep as he listens, and they'll say, I understand what you did for him. Jesus Christ, I hate Halloween now. This was like my favorite holiday, and now I fucking hate it. I'm done talking about that stupid website.
Yeah, let's move on to something else.
Yeah, you talk
I'd
for
like
a
to
minute
talk about.
now.
I want to talk about another troubling trend that I'm seeing here.
I think I know what you're going to talk about.
I mean, it's that there's a lot of costumes where I don't want to be crude when I say this,
The dick.
but it's just a costume with a big old a wang just attached to the front. Or like I'm seeing like a Scottish guy, and it's just like hanging out the bottom of the kilt. It's like, really?
Well, I got you beat. This one is $40. Rasta Impasta's men's Happy Halloweeny. It's just a dick costume. The balls are where the feet go. Your body's the shaft. And
Why?
And guess what? Your head is the head.
Here's my favorite thing about that costume.
Yep.
The scenario. This person, they think they're pretty funny. And they're like, okay, I'm going to a Halloween party. I'm going to order a funny costume. They see this one. They're like, that's perfect.
Dude, I love
and then
dicks.
They buy it.
They pause their Seth Rogen,
Dicks
James Franco movie.
Dicks are so funny.
Yeah, they pause Pineapple Express while smoking a doobie.
They take a hit off their joint.
And they go, dicks are so funny, and then they
That's
punch
so funny, bro.
They fucking punch their friend in the balls, and then they laugh because that's funny. And then he goes, look at this dick costume. Don't you think everyone is going to find it as funny as I do? And he's like, dude.
And then his friend's like, yeah, bro.
There's no way that everyone else won't think that this is funny. Like, it's not possible. This is so funny.
Halloween comes around.
Halloween comes around
no pun intended. No pun intended.
Halloween comes around this year. Halloween. That's the new slogan.
That's what he said.
This is the new slogan. Halloween comes 2020.
I don't like that.
I'm getting that tattooed on my body.
Don't do that. But okay, Halloween rolls around.
No.
Okay?
No, that's not the slogan. Say it.
Halloween rolls around. No. Halloween comes 2020.
Yes.
And he waddles into the party. It's like, hey guys, check it out. And like his coworkers are like, that's like, can you not?
Do you have something else?
And then they're all just standing there in horror. They're dressed as like their favorite characters from like movies and stuff, and he's just a big penis.
That'd be pretty funny.
Of course. Thank you, Trace.
It's one of those things
and
that... Here's the thing. It's one of those... I like ironic humor a lot. So I have a shirt that says, the answer is beer. Sorry, what was the question? I bought that at a truck stop. I feel like this costume would be at a truck stop. So that's kind of how I'm starting to gauge my life ever since my cousin introduced me to truck stop shirts. If I think that it would be in a truck stop, I think I want it. And I think if truck stops sold Halloween costumes, this would be the first one on the shelf.
I guess that's true. Another one I'm looking at, and I always love these.
Yeah.
You know, like the 2-person horse costume?
Oh, yeah. Those are great.
Those are fun. This one's a 2-person camel costume. So one of you doesn't have to bend over into the other person's ass the whole time.
That's actually pretty clever.
You just have to stand up in front of each other.
That's pretty fucking good. I love that a lot.
I mean, it's not bad.
That's actually a really good take on a pretty cliche costume, and I like that a lot.
Did you ever want to just be a foot, though?
I'm seeing that foot one. I think I want to be an adult Bigfoot costume. And when it says Bigfoot, don't think that we're talking about Sasquatch.
Well, it's a very funny pun. Do you get it, Trace?
A Bigfoot.
It's very funny. Because it says Bigfoot, but then it means an actual Bigfoot.
It's just a Bigfoot.
He seems happy about it.
He's got one hand up, he's got one hand down. He's like in a like little dance pose. It's like, hey,
the most artificial looking pose ever.
It literally is the fakest pose that you could ever have. there's so many crude Halloween costumes. I've got to stay on the dick trend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I get it. There's so many of them.
Here's one. I don't know if you mentioned this offhand, and if you did, I'm sorry. Then I'll go to a different crude costume. Did you?
There's enough.
Did you say the one where it's the chef, and he's got an apron, and where his Johnson is, he's holding a big plate of an Italian dish, and there's 2 meatballs and a long Italian sausage on this pasta plate.
Yeah, I didn't mention that one, but that is something to note.
So it's...
Here's the only problem with that one, like logistically. It looks like the balls are above the penis.
It does. Wait, isn't that how it works?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to talk to your doctor.
I don't know what Rasta Impasta is, but they're also the company that did the big dick. The giant dick.
Yeah. I didn't expect this to be our most raunchy episode.
Rasta Impasta, Linguine and Meatballs Adult.
Linguine, huh?
That was my nickname in high school. Hey, here comes Linguine.
I'd like to talk about the next trend that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
The next trend I'm seeing is it's a costume where it's actually only the lower half of your body that's a costume.
Yes, I love those.
But what it is you put your legs into a person, basically, and it looks like this little version of whoever is giving you like a piggyback
and then it's
ride.
got like little stuffed legs that go over their shoulders that make it look like you're sitting
your
on
legs.
them. Yeah.
I'm seeing like little Putin.
That's funny. I'm seeing a little Trump.
Oh, there's little Putin. I see little Kim Jong Un. I see that one.
Why are there so many political leaders for yours? I see little Trump and then a frog.
You mean Pepe?
Yeah, a little piggyback frog.
Pepe?
Carry me, sad frog mascot costume, fancy dress.
Fancy dress.
If that ain't a name for a costume, I don't know what is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I found maybe the greatest picture ever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a picture of a Garfield costume. Right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And it's the pose mostly. Because the guy's got his arms crossed. And he looks very upset to be in a Garfield costume. And so it doesn't like cover his face. His face pokes out just... And it looks like there's a Garfield mask over his like head.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like he's peeking out of Garfield's mouth. And it gives you like a little fake belly. And he just looks very cross. And I think it's amazing. I wish our listeners could see it.
My next one, and we're kind of getting to the end of this because I don't know how many more of these we can milk.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I definitely still got a couple that work. But my next one is just and speaking of milk, it's just a big boob.
Oh no, what?
It's literally called Giant Boob Costume. And it's just a man standing there in that generic pose. And he's like, hey, this is fucking funny, bro. He's an ex-frat boy. I can just tell. He's like, hey. And he's the most low-effort costume at all. He's wearing a black long-sleeve tee, jeans, and fucking New Balance tennis shoes. And he's got a boob on his whole front of his body. It is a huge boob. It literally goes from his shoulders to his groin. And it's just a boob. Like, here comes one of Trace's signature rants. Why?
That's not a rant. That's one word.
Why do people feel like they have to do like it's not funny?
You're the one who fucking said he'd wear a penis costume.
Yeah, I just said it was funny. I didn't say that I would actually wear it.
Sure.
If I were to show up to a party with people that I know that know my humor, I think I would. If I were to show up to a party with strangers or people that I barely know, like for the example you said, if I was at work and they were having a Halloween party, fucking no, I would never do that. It's ridiculous. Who the hell thinks that this shit is funny? It's not even a novelty. It's just the stupidest shit I've ever seen. It makes me want to cry. What's your next one before I start weeping over a boob?
I think you're going to be upset about my next one.
Oh, God, I'm going to scream.
So, it seems to be a morph suit.
Uh-huh.
You know what that is, right? Where it's basically like a stretchy material that clings to your body.
Yeah, it's like a big spandex tight suit, yeah. And
so it's colored so that it looks like a thermal readout on like a camera. Like, like thermal.
Yeah.
And it would be a neat costume if there wasn't a big red ding dong on it.
I just don't get it. Why is that funny?
It's blazing hot.
My dick. Imagine being in a Halloween party. You're a girl. I'm a guy in that costume. You're sipping your beers. You're with your friends. I show up. I got a beer in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm drinking through my morph suit. Cause is it one of those that covers?
Down onto me.
Is it one of those that covers your head?
Yes, of course.
So yeah, I don't have my mask off. I'm just drinking through it. I walk up and I say,
pouring down onto you.
I say, "Hey babe, my dick is hot tonight." On a scale of 1 to 10, hypothetically, how much are you turned on right now? And before you answer that, my dick is on fire tonight. I'm not speaking metaphorically. It is hot. Like, it is warm tonight.
It'd probably be low number.
I understand that. Now, typically, I would go with the joke, but I just understand that. What?
I get that.
Why does your dick...
Can you help me improve my game?
Who wants their dick to be hot?
I don't know.
Why is it...
It's just funny.
Don't say it's funny.
It's not.
You have to be the one who stands with the morals of this show. You have to champion that we are still good boys on deep down. My next one is it's called Forum Novelties Double Occupancy Adult. Now you're probably asking yourself,
I don't know what that could mean.
What the fuck is that going to mean?
What could that mean?
Here it is. It's a big rectangle. I feel like just talking about this stuff is like making me want to throw up.
I'm picturing a giant rectangle.
It's a big. See, my stomach's like churning.
Are you okay?
My stomach's like fucking churning. It's a big. It's not disgusting. It's just I think that all this nasty talk is getting to me. It's a big rectangle, and this guy.
Oh, we've established this.
Yeah, this guy is wearing it, and his head is poking out of the rectangle, and so are his arms.
Like out the top?
No, his head is on the front. So there's still more rectangle above him.
Okay.
And his arms are out the sides. And it looks like his head is on a pillow, and it makes it look like he's on a bed. There is a fake woman attached to him to make it look like they're in the middle of a coital event. Makes them look like they're in the middle of coitus.
Yeah.
and he's grabbing her butt and the back of her head, and his face is like, dude, I'm totally getting laid. And that's probably because he hasn't been laid in a long time, because he continuously buys costumes like this.
Yeah.
Or maybe these costumes get him laid, and that's where we go wrong. Maybe
that's where we're going wrong.
Maybe we're
Trace, you're right.
Maybe we're too safe for this world. Maybe we play it too close to our chest. What if we...
Man, you're so right.
What if we...
I need to fill a big old sock with some cotton and staple it to the front of my Halloween costume. You're right.
What if we dress like Diggs?
What if we dress up and it's really nasty?
Okay. I
didn't think about that.
Here's a good idea, though. What if we both get the big penis costume? And we walk around...
I'm not going to support that. I refuse.
Wait, listen. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
We both get it.
I'll listen to your whole idea.
We both get it.
Okay.
And we both walk around carrying sports equipment and sports balls. And we're Dick's Sporting Goods. Did I save the costume?
No.
That's at least better than just being a penis.
Of course it is, but that's a pretty low bar, Trace.
Well, then that means that my idea should be exponentially better.
I guess that's true.
I do want to say that there is, and I think this might be our last one, or maybe like one more. There is one from Ace.
I'd like to share one more.
Okay, I'm going to do this one, and then there's this one from Ace Mascot. And it's a wedge of cheese. And it's got arms and legs coming out of it, and it's got the mesh face like the kidney bean. But it's got just like a weird fucking face on the front of the cheese. It's got like two half-closed eyes, like they're like it's stoned or something. And it's got a big SpongeBob smile with two buck teeth. And I don't know why this cheese is like threatening me, but he kind of is.
Oh my god. I think I see what you're talking about.
It's called Triangle-Shaped Cheese Mascot Costume for Adult. It's like a big cheese wedge, and he's got half-closed eyes and a big gaping...
That is a weird costume.
Like, it looks so poorly made, and they're asking for $317.
My God, it's got like moldy spots, it looks like.
It looks like fucking pimples.
It's nasty. I don't like it.
I want to read the first sentence from this website real quick for the description of this costume.
Okay.
We promise you could...
Yeah, let's hear it.
We promise you could get an excellent costume.
Are you okay?
I'm not. I'm like stressed out because of these shitty costumes. We promise you could get an excellent costume. Based on the look of this costume, that's a fucking lie. You can't promise me anything anymore. Because this costume is not excellent. This costume is worse than anything. Now, I will say it comes in a XXX, so I could buy this costume. That
Please do.
That definitely saves it some. But fuck this costume. Say your last one, so I can stop looking at this shit.
This one might be my favorite costume I've ever seen in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
What it is? Have you seen Ice Age?
Is it Sid the Sloth?
It is Sid the Sloth.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one. It was really good.
He's got his... Okay, it's going to be hard to describe.
Okay.
So, it's Sid the Sloth, and... So, picture Sid the Sloth, but with his mouth gaping open. And a little boy's face is poking out from it. Peering out, smiling, hoping to see his family again. But he won't, because the gaping maw of Sid the Sloth will consume him once more. He's got these eyes that point in two different directions. And finally, just to top it off, on your hands and feet, you've got like these gloves and shoes that have these nightmarish claws on them.
Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, that's great.
I think we should do one final exercise before we finish this off.
Okay.
What is the greatest costume that could ever be made? Let's collaborate. Let's take all the elements from our other ones and figure out the greatest
It can't
costume.
have anything to do with the boob or a penis or a vagina.
I guess what I'm actually asking is, what would be the worst costume ever?
It has
If we piled these concepts together, it has to have a boob or a penis on it.
It has to have one of those things.
So, okay.
It has to. Okay.
Who is the... Okay.
It has to be.
Please continue.
It has to be a character.
Okay.
But it has to be.
Here's my suggestion. 2 characters.
Okay.
So that it can look like you're being carried by the other character.
Oh, okay.
That was another motif.
So it's
Maybe like Bert and Ernie.
Okay, it's Bert and Ernie.
They both have big schlongs.
They both do, and it's really shoddily put together. They don't look like Bert and Ernie really very good.
They have dead eyes that stare straight forward. Your face pokes out of Ernie's head or his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah, he's got a big smile, and you're not actually his face. You're part of his teeth.
Yeah, you're poking out. And they just got their wieners out. One of the wieners actually lays down onto Bert's face.
That's pretty funny.
I think that's the worst.
I think that's probably the worst costume ever. A Bert and Ernie dual costume where Bert is giving Ernie a piggyback ride, and it's really shoddily made. And like you said, you're in the gaping maw of Ernie, and they got their dicks out, and Ernie's dick is on Bert's face. That's it.
That's it.
Maybe
if somebody could make that.
Maybe there's like cheese incorporated somehow, because for some reason there were 2.
He's eating cheese.
There were 2 cheese ones, and I don't know why that's like a common theme.
Bert on the bottom is eating cheese.
That's perfect. That's golden.
It's perfect. It's a perfect costume. What happened today, though? Other than the worst thing ever.
Good question.
That was that costume.
Good question, Sam. Do you remember when we recorded episode 14? What was it? What it was about?
I don't. What was it about?
Well, I'll say what happened today, and you should be able to remember. Today is, of course, October the 12th. Mm-hmm. Today in history. In 1859, self-proclaimed Emperor of the United States of America, Emperor Norton, issues an edict abolishing the U.S. Congress.
Oh my God. I do remember us talking about him.
Episode 14 was Historical Head Cases Volume 1. Now, there hasn't been a Volume 2, so I don't know why I named it.
Volume 2 yet to come.
Volume 2 yet to come. But we talked about this man who has probably the craziest life anyone has ever lived.
It is pretty kooky.
The first emperor of these United States. He abolished Congress today in 1859. I don't think I can...
Here's a fact.
Okay.
He lived a normal childhood, and nothing went wrong, and he was totally fine.
That was gonna fucking be mine, you piece of shit. You stole it right.
Slipped in there.
You stole it right under my nose. You were watching me, and
gotta be quicker.
Here's mine. Here's my fact.
Yeah.
When he unfortunately passed away, of course, because he was the emperor of these United States, he was laid in state for a while, as any leader in this country of ours is. And then they wheeled him into the Washington Monument. And what a lot of people don't know is that the Washington Monument is actually a big space cannon. And they shot him into space, directly into the sun. so that his ashes could reach out and touch our entire solar system.
All of creation.
All of creation could be touched by Emperor Edward Norton.
Edward Norton?
What the fuck was his name? That's the actor, right?
Actor!
His name was...
He played the Hulk.
His name was Norton. I don't remember his first name. It just says Emperor Norton, so...
Emperor Edward Norton.
Emperor Edward Norton. Anyway.
Oh,
Let's
God.
move on to Sam's Holiday Corner before I have a fucking mental breakdown.
Yeah. So as Trey said, it's October 12th, which is, it's Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day.
More importantly, in my opinion.
Yes, but you know what else it is?
What?
National Kick Butt Day.
Oh, shit, dude. It's so kick butt it had to censor itself.
Yeah, that's right. Taking place on the second Monday in October, National Kick Butt Day is for kicking ourselves in the butt in order to take action on goals we've set and not achieved. I'm going to nix all that. This is about you go out and you kick someone's butt.
Kick someone's butt who's
is
like really... Kick a rude person's butt.
Yeah, find a rude person and kick their butt.
Just kind of like sit around Walmart, the cashiers.
Today's a day of
becoming a vigilante and kicking someone who deserves it in the ass. In the butt.
Today is a day of conflict. In the butt. Don't say that. That's too much.
It's too much for this day.
That's too much. We've already said too many
swears.
Words for penis today.
Yeah.
We don't need any more ass. I mean butt.
Oh,
God, I'm sorry.
It next.
Oh no, I'm gonna get soap in my mouth.
Anyway,
that's the show. I don't know what's happening
I'm like
anymore.
drained. I'm drained from like almost having an aneurysm speaking about those costumes. I literally just like started spewing out noise. I don't know what happened to me.
You did. It was scary. I was concerned for your mental health.
I feel like my soul has left me after seeing so many
Well, you need to wrap the episode up.
What if I just like rambled for fucking an hour? Thank you all for listening to From Our Perspective. We really appreciate it. You know, we love you. If you got any friends who
we love you.
Yeah, we love you so much. If you got any friends who you think we'd love, send them our way. And we hope that they love our podcast as much as we love them. Also, leave us a rating. Leave us a review. You know, share us. Do whatever the frick we ask. Because we're in charge here. You're welcome. We're in charge here. And you better do it. Or I swear I'm going to kick your butt.
Yeah, we're going to kick your butt.
It's today, baby. If I don't see everyone sharing this podcast, I'm kicking your butt. But yeah, share it. Rate it. Review it. Good, bad, or otherwise. We'd love to hear from you. Also, you know, we post the podcast pretty much everywhere. Podbean, other places. Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, iTunes, whatever the fuck they call it nowadays, YouTube. If we're not on a specific platform, let us know. We'll try our hardest to get there, just to make it easier for you. If you love hearing more from us, we also have social medias. I'm not sure everyone knows that. Go follow us there. We post things. If we have more audience interaction, we'll probably post more things than we do now. But right now we post like little, you know, teaser clips, trailers from the episode. They're pretty funny, I think. So go check us out there at FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter. And you can also find us on Facebook at From Our Perspective. Other than that, we post the podcast every Monday. And we will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo!